In the heart of Punjab, where the soil remembers the footsteps of ancestors, there lives a man whose stature may be small, but whose vision towers above the fields he walks. Chaudhary Tanveer, 47 years old, just 4 feet tall. But every year, with nothing but grit, love and a dream stitched into his kurta, he brings Sher Pur to life. This is not just a race, it's a celebration of strength, of tradition, of one man's refusal to let heritage fade into silence. With limited resources and limitless heart, he organizes the Tobi festival, where bulls thunder in circles and the village pulses with pride. This is his story. This is Sher Pur's heartbeat. Welcome to the circle of strength.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Tanveer arrives at the sacred ground of Tobi. The air is hushed, the silence deep, broken only by the soft rustle of his footsteps on the dew-kissed earth. He bows his head, and with the first light of day still hidden, his friend recites the Quranic Talawat, a prayer not just for safety, but for honor, for tradition. There are no crowds yet, no cheers, only the whisper of history echoes through the empty field. But the heartbeat of the village is stirring. The dhol masters wrapped in the morning mist, they lift their dhol and, with a deep breath, begin to play. The rhythm is not loud, it is lyrical. A melody that dances through the trees, calling the people from their homes, summoning the spirit of the day. Behind them, the sun begins its climb. Shadows retreat. The Tobi pitch awakens, its dusty lanes now glowing with promise. This is where the bulls will run, where pride will thunder. Tanveer walks slowly, eyes scanning the terrain. Every stone, every curve of the track matters. His gaze is sharp, but his heart is full. This is not just a race, it is a legacy. The sun now hangs low in the eastern sky, casting golden threads across the Tobi ground. The dhole's melody, once a lone call, has become a rhythm that stirs hearts. Slowly, like petals opening to light, the people begin to arrive. The Tobi pitch, once silent, now hums with anticipation. Laughter mingles with the beat of the dhol. Dust rises beneath eager feet. And then, like a scene from an old folk tale, the first bull pair steps into view. Their hooves strike the earth with pride. Their muscles ripple with power. Decorated with garlands and ancestral symbols, they are not just animals. They are legends reborn. The Tobi festival is a centuries-old tradition rooted deep in the soil of Punjab. Unlike a straight-line race, Tobi is a circular run, where pairs of bulls race around a fixed ring for a set time, usually 3 to 10 minutes. This is a 6-minute competition. Each pair is judged not just on speed, but on rhythm, endurance, and harmony. The first bull pair enters the ring with quiet majesty. For 6 minutes they run in perfect harmony, hooves pounding, garlands swaying, dust rising like memory itself. 120 rounds they complete, each circle a heartbeat of tradition, each turn a tribute to the spirit of Tobi. The crowd watches in awe, for this is not just a race, it is a ritual, reborn.
Job ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਵਗੀ ਜਨਾਬੇ ਮਾਰ ਮੁਹੰਮਦ ਅਫਜ਼ਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਪਿੰਡ ਸ਼ਹਿਰਪੁਰ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜੋਗ ਨੇ 6 ਮਿੰਟਾਂ 120 ਫੇਰੇ ਮਾਰਨ ਜੀ। ਪੰਜਾਲੀ ਬਣਨਗੇ ਮਾਰ ਮੁਹੰਮਦ ਹੁਸੈਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਟੋਕ ਮਕਰਬ ਜ਼ਿਲ੍ਹਾ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਵਾਲੇ ਜੋਗ ਲਿਆਓ ਜੀ।
The crowd is now be-seated, their eyes fixed on the ring, hearts quietly pulsing with anticipation. The festival is warming, like embers stirred at dawn. Laughter begins to ripple, the dhol beats grow bolder, and the spirit of Tobi rises with the sun, ready to unfold its timeless tale. To ignite the bull's spirit, owners use vibrant methods. Dhol beats echo like war drums, fireworks crackle to stir adrenaline, and chants rise from the crowd. Each sound, each spark, is a signal of pride. It's not just competition, it's a symphony of tradition fueling the thunder of hooves. This isn't a grand city festival, it's a humble celebration in a small village. Just a handful of food stalls line the edges, offering warm, simple flavors, rich in tradition, just like the spirit of Tobi itself. Tanvir say, "When I stand on this ground before the sun rises and the dole begins to sing, I feel something ancient stirring in me. This is not just a festival. This is our identity. Tobi is the heartbeat of our village, the echo of our ancestors, the pride we carry in silence." People ask me, why do we still gather here? Why do we still run bulls in circles in a dusty ring year after year? I tell them, because this is where our stories live. In every hoofbeat, in every cheer, in every garland tied to a bull's horn, there is history. Tobi is not about winning, it's about belonging. It's about the bond between man and beast, forged not in force, but in trust. These bulls are not just animals, they are companions, raised with care, trained with patience, honored with love. When they run, they carry the pride of our land. For the youth, this festival is a bridge, a way to touch the past, to understand the values that built our village: discipline, courage, respect. In a world that's changing fast, Tobi reminds them who they are, where they come from, and what it means to stand for something. And for the elders, it is memory, a living memory. They sit on charpais, sip tea, and watch the bulls run with the same fire they once had in their own eyes. It brings them joy, not just for the race, but for the fact that the tradition lives on. Even the food stalls, the laughter, the music, it's all part of the soul of Tobi. Simple things: jalebi, mithai, shakanjwi, pakorai, and samosai. No grand stages, no sponsors, just the warmth of community, the flavor of heritage. I've seen how this festival brings people together. Neighbors who haven't spoken in months share a smile. Children from different villages play together. Young boys dream of raising their own bull pair. And for one day, we are not divided by caste, class, or conflict. We are one. Tobi also teaches us something deeper, that strength is not just in muscle but in rhythm, that leadership is not about control but about harmony, that tradition is not a burden, it is a gift.
नंबरदार चौधरी मोहम्मद हसन रजान मरहूम पिंड सरपुर दी इन्हां दी जोग ने 6 मिनटां 124 फेरे मारेंगे। जनाब हाजी चौधरी गुलाम मंशा नेटक साहब जनाब की तरफों 1000 रुपया मुबारकबाद और मारे जाल हुसैन साहब पिंड सरपुर जनाब की तरफों 1000 रुपया मुबारकबाद।
As Chaudhary of this village, I feel a duty, not only to organize the event, but also to preserve its spirit, to make sure it remains pure, respectful, and meaningful. Because if we lose this, we lose more than a race, we lose a piece of ourselves. So when the bulls run and the crowd roars and the dust rises like a prayer, I close my eyes and feel proud, not of the spectacle, but of the soul behind it. This is Tobi. This is us. As the dust settles and the final dole beat fades into the evening breeze, we pause, not just to mark the end of a festival, but to honor the spirit that brought it to life. From the first light of dawn to the last cheer of the crowd, the Tobi ground has echoed with pride, passion, and unity. To every bull owner who prepared with love and discipline, to every handler who ran with heart, to every bull whose strength told a story older than words, we thank you. To the spectators who traveled from near and far, who sat beneath the sun and shared in the joy, the laughter, the awe, you are the soul of this celebration. To the elders whose memories shaped our path, and the youth whose energy carries it forward, to the dole masters, the food stall keepers, the volunteers, and the quiet hands behind the scenes, your presence made this day unforgettable. And to you, our video audience, thank you for joining us on this journey. Whether you watched from a distant city or a nearby village, your time and attention are a tribute to the tradition we cherish. May this glimpse into our world stir something within you, a sense of connection, of curiosity, of pride. Tobi is not just a race, it is a reminder that heritage lives not in books but in moments, in circles run with thunder, in voices raised with joy, in communities that gather year after year to say, we remember. Until next time, stay rooted, stay proud, and keep the spirit alive.
पहले मिनट से ज्यादा फेरे झंडा इधर पे एक माला दस्ता मुबारक की ऐद तस्वीर बनाई मां एग्जाम साहब को जिम हो ना मेहरबानी शुक्रिया जाओ जी चौथे नंबर की ट्रॉफी ले आओ ये समझ लो कि तुसी नंबरदार जेल करते ठीक है जी, इनाम ही तो ही है। लेकिन जनाब ठेकेदार मार कमर शहजाद साहब और बानी अखाड़ा जनाब चौधरी तनवीर साहब एक दफा चैंपियन के नाम से जोरदार तालियां जी। आज दे इस अखाड़े दे चैंपियन जमींदार के मेरे नाल खुदा दी कुदरत का अनमोल खजाना टुरदा है जिन्हां आज की तारीख दे विच वही 3 पोजीशन हासिल कीतियां न, पहली, तीसरी और 5वीं। शायद लिखिया कि मेरे नाल खुदा दी कुदरत का अनमोल खजाना टुरदा है। मेरे प्यार दी बुकल विच मुखलस बन के पल पल मैं खाना टुरदा है। तू मन ना मन परवाह कोई नहीं, अपना बेगाना टुरदा है। ओ मैं नबज खान दर्द जमाने दी मेरे नाल जमाना टुरदा है। आज इस अखाड़े दे चैंपियन जमींदार फिर 126 मार मोहम्मद हुसैन मरहूम ने सर जोरदार ताड़ी हमारे माशाअल्लाह ने मार इस्लाम अहमद साहब आज इस अखाड़े दे चैंपियन जमींदार। पहली पोजीशन नगद का 40,000 बादात जनाब मार मोहम्मद असम साहब, बानी अखाड़ा जनाब चौधरी शमीर साहब, चौधरी मोहम्मद मदीर साहब, चौधरी आबद साहब टेल, जनाब ठेकेदार मार कमर शहजाद साहब और बानी अखाड़ा जनाब चौधरी तनवीर साहब एक दफा चैंपियन के नाम से जोरदार तालियां जी। आखिरी शेर के नाल बिता फिर मिले जिंदगी बाकी ते मुलाकात बाकी। शाह लिखिया कि कदी ना होण बदनाम देसा लज्जा पालनिया खूब असी जानने आ। चौधरी तनवीर माडू साहब कि कदी ना होण बदनाम देसा लज्जा पालनिया खूब असी जानने आ। जिथे दिल ही सानू आजमा लवे असी अपना पराया पछाणने आ। ताबेदार एक तेरे नहीं, ताबेदार असी तेरे